Promo cards in Pokemon Pocket have a reputation. They look exclusive, they feel so special to pull, yet almost every single one of them have been less than mid. And with that being said, the new Ceruledge EX promo card is here. And let's see if that reputation still holds. Because on paper, this Pokemon genuinely has an interesting attack. Shimmering Slash hits for 80 for only 2 energy, and discards an energy from amongst all the Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's. However, the part yours or your opponent's either makes this card feel really good or incredibly frustrating, like another Pokemon you guys might know, Mega Swampert, which I just don't vibe with. Because with that part of this move's effect, it really does just make this a fully RNG move. Well, I built the most optimized deck around so I could find out. Spoiler alert, another card ended up being the real MVP of this deck. Alright, now besides the move Shimmering Slash not giving you value outside of 50% of the time, and for me it feels like less than 10% of the time, it's also a promo EX, so if you lose it sitting at 150 HP, you're giving your opponent 2 prize points. But I really like Ceruledge as a Pokemon, and I'm sure you do too. Like, its design and everything about it is just so cool. I love both Armarouge and Ceruledge. I think they're both fantastic Pokemon. Luckily for us, there is a Ceruledge in the game that's just not bad. And that's the non-EX Ceruledge, being a stage 1 Pokemon that needs 3 energy to attack your opponent. Now that is very costly, however its attack is so much better than the EX. It can hit your opponent's EX Pokemon for 140 damage, and if it's not an EX, well, it has a perfect 70 to hit things like Oricorio and counter them. On top of that, its HP isn't that great, being at 110, but it's only a 1 prize point Pokemon. So already looking way better than its promo EX counterpart, which is why we're slotting in at least one of these into today's deck. So now that we have both versions of Ceruledge in this deck, I guess that kind of makes it a Ceruledge deck, right? Well, with that being said, let's throw in the true MVP of this deck, and that's Bannette. Being the centerpiece of this control deck list, and its move, Nightbind, it deals 30 damage, but then also locks your opponent's active spot from ever producing any sort of energy from their energy zone. Now this means things like Magneton can't generate energy if they're in the active spot. Your opponent's Baxcalibur on the bench can't even use their ability to help their active Pokemon. They're in a pinch here. And it only costs 1 energy, so once you get this attack online, you can just start charging everything else on your bench, which I think is very good for this deck, especially because Ceruledge EX feels like they're actually trying to help your opponents half the time. Now, with this level of energy control, I wanted to go a step further, so I included a copy of TRG, aka Team Rocket Grunt. This card flips a coin, and until you hit tails, for every heads, your opponent's active Pokemon loses a random energy. Now, this could feel very good, especially if your opponent has something that retreats for, say, an energy or even more than 1 energy, and they lose all their energy. Well, the Nightbind can lock in an EX or even a Mega Pokemon if they have no means of retreating. You'll definitely see that come into play in today's matches, which is why I truly believe this Pokemon is the MVP of this ghostly ghoulish deck. But let's not stop there, and let's address sleep decks. Well, it's a psychic deck that we're running, so we're also throwing in a copy of Comfey here, where as long as any of my other Pokemon have energy, well, we're not going to get slept, we're not going to get poisoned, we're not going to get parried, we're not going to get burned, nothing, which is fantastic. We want to stop our opponents from playing. We don't want it the other way around. Someone let Ceruledge EX know that's the game plan, apparently. Some other tech cards that we have are 2 copies of Peculiar Plaza, because I believe 90% of the Pokemon in today's deck list are psychic types. Charcadet's going to be a fire type, but that doesn't matter. We're throwing in a single copy of Field Blower because I really feel like this card needs to be in every single deck. At least 1 copy, it's super helpful to get rid of tools or potentially stadiums. In this deck, it's specifically to counter tools, since we do already have 2 copies of Peculiar Plaza. And then finally, a Pokemon Communication. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't you just play May? That's so much better. Well, I will answer that question. The reason we're going Communication instead of May is because this is just a regular item card. It's not a supporter card, which means I can use other cards like TRG and then use Communication to then find that Pokemon that I truly needed and combo that effect and just lock out my opponents that way. However, if I used May, I wouldn't be able to use something like TRG. I'd be locked into only choosing 1 supporter per turn. So that's why Communication works better in this type of deck. And there you guys have it. That's the deck list. That's the Ceruledge Promo EX deck list. It's honestly genuinely well-rounded. The problem was never the supporting cast. The problem is the Promo EX. And today we're trying to see if this promo EX is exactly like all the other promo EXs. Well, only one way to find out. All right, here we go. We're starting with Swampert, which honestly, really solid start for us because of our Bannette in our hand here. At least I think it's pretty good. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Excalibur takes energy from the energy zone. So if we go into Bannette here, we can pretty much negate this from ever working because it only takes energy and attaches it to your active. So they actually have a Pokemon that they can't use now, which is so funny. I'm gonna save my Peculiar Plaza. I think that's the play. Copycat seems like a really good play as well. TRG is kind of funny to me, I think, because I can attach an energy here. I can Will-O-Wisp for 20. Oh, if they full... Oh, I could be in trouble. What they can do is evolve into Excalibur. Okay. Suicune. Okay, that's 2. Do they have the Suicune here? Oh, no, they don't. Okay, this is so good for us, actually. Okay, this is really good for us, actually. They go there. I think I need to potentially TRG here, right? Because if we get one TRG, I'm in a really good spot. I just need one TRG to pop off, really. If we don't get that TRG, I still think we're okay, actually. I'm gonna go for the TRG. All I need is 1 here. 1 heads. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's all we needed, because now I can evolve into this guy. They can never retreat. Unless they X-speed. But I think we're okay otherwise. I'll go here. I'm gonna attach my energy. I think I'll give it to Comfey. I think that makes the most sense. And then I'm gonna Night Bind here. Hopefully we can find the correct Pokemon. I just I'll have it fixed in post edit so you guys won't know what I'm talking about, but I actually have the wrong deck list on top right now. But this is a great first game showcase, so I'll have to fix that afterwards. Again, it'll probably be fixed in post edit, but still, the fact that this guy is stuck right now is so incredibly good. Okay, sure. They go Copycat for 2. They must be struggling, bro. All right. They have to knock me out here. We have this Ceruledge. I think I'm just going to put this down now. I'm going to Copycat for 2. I think that's the play. If I can get the Charcadet going, I think I'm chilling. There we go. Put this guy. I will attach my energy here. I think that's pretty solid. I'll go Pokeball as well. All we really need to do is get one more Bannette online. I'll attack Night Bind. Because again, look, Ice Maker, once during your turn, you may take a water energy from your energy zone and attach it to your active. They are never going to be able to do that with this Bannette. But if we can get a second Bannette going, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're actually in such a good spot. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. I need a Bannette. All right, I'm gonna wait till the next turn to research and then communications, because that'll get us potentially even closer, because we're gonna draw essentially 3 cards, and then I can communications. I think that's my best play here. Sure, I'm not mad at that. Although if they have X speed, we could be in trouble. X speed is actually really bad for us. All right, let's see what this is. Another one of these. Here comes my 2. Ceruledge and a Field Blower. Wait, we win the whole game here? I'm gonna communication. Just to remove this guy. I mean, they're kind of in trouble here. Right? I'm gonna use the field blower now. Because I don't know if they have like a Mars or something that they're holding off on. I'd rather just get rid of that. I'll also show him this. I think this is okay. I honestly think this is okay. Because you either knock out my Bannette or you knock out my Ceruledge and leave me my Bannette. I'm putting them in such a unique position right here. And they need an XP to even make anything work right now. And I didn't put any EXs down on purpose. You don't need to. Okay. Okay, sure. But what do you do here? Another cape? It's a good cape, actually. I feel like you have to knock out the Bannette. Am I crazy? They need X speed. All right, that's fine. We have the Pokeball. I can go here. We get my Charcadet again. I'll put you down. And I'm just going to lock this guy in, I think. And next turn, we can attack for 80. If I could just hold off and get like at least two more hits on this guy, I think we're solid. Oh, that's a little concerning. PCL, sure. So here's the thing they just concede. I had a really good chance. I'm pretty sure I have Cyrus in this deck again. I don't see the deck. You guys do, but let's go into our next match. That was a great first game, man. All right, you guys, here we go. I'm going to start Comfey. And then kind of just see what this gives us, or gets us, actually. I really need to get the, Shuppet. Okay, there we go. We're solid. We're cooking. And then, honestly, a Copycat next turn to find something really good. I think I'm going to communication the Ceruledge away. Okay, so here's the Pokeball. If it's Miraidon, they don't put it down. They keep it. Okay, it definitely is Miraidon. Like, one of them is going to be Miraidon for sure, right? Oh, yeah, no. So we're going to at least be able to Copycat 2. 5? Copycat? Oh, okay. This is solid. This is actually really good for me. Okay, Charcadet. I'll put you down. I will put you here. I will put you there. Oh, brother, do I need the heart of the cards right now for a Peculiar Plaza? 5 cards. Just one of them needs to be a Plaza. No. Yes. That's all we needed. All right. We're cooking. I go here. And then I play down the Plaza. I Pokeball. I retreat into the Bannette. And now I just lock this guy in, I think. I think that is the correct play. That's it, bro. Even if they Magneton here, right? They're just not going to be able to generate energy. So they get the Zeraora now, I imagine. Okay. Starting Plains is good. They could Cyrus me and then put me down a turn. That could be a good play. So they hit for 30. Well, Well, I think I'm just going to Field Blower real quick to get rid of this guy. I think that's the correct play. I'll attach the energy here, and then... I mean, once I knock out their Magnemite, their Zeraora is also going to be locked. And now we have Ceruledge EX online and ready to go. Maybe there will be a match where we actually get to use this. But then also, if we use the non-EX Ceruledge, it perfectly knocks out a Miraidon. So this guy can't even attack us unless they Elemental Switch and Electrical Generator. Or Electrical Generator here. Hey, they just conceded. I think they just realized it. Bro, Bannette's so toxic. I mean, honestly, we might just end up getting a bunch of concedes before Ceruledge EX can even do a thing. But that's why I feel like it fits perfectly in this deck. All right, you guys, another Lightning opponent. I wonder if this is going to also be a Miraidon matchup. Oh, it's Magnemite. There's that. I don't think I want to play anything just yet. I think I could just end my turn because I don't want to lose my hand. My hand is good, and I also don't want to get Sabrina'd. So they're going to go Lycia. They get their second Magnemite, which tells us they have Oricorios. Probably also have Miraidons. They have a lot of stuff here. They have a lot of good stuff. So incoming Electro Ball. But we're going to at least stop them from potentially having 2 of these guys online. So I'll go here. I'll go here. I think I'm going to hold off on playing the Comfey. I think that's the correct play. So I hit for 30. And now all they can really do is go for another 30. They could evolve the Magneton back here. They can ramp here and then maybe play down a Miraidon. And I believe that Miraidon would knock me out. It would do 80 damage if I'm not mistaken with 3 energy. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so we're just going to knock out the Magnemite then. That's also fine with me. They don't have anything they need. Oh my god, dude. I love it here. That's a great Pokeball for me. We'll go there into another Charcadet. I'm going to Communication. I'm going to get rid of the Comfey. I think that's a good call. Into the Ceruledge. And we'll attach here. I'll put this guy down. We're going to hit the Field Blower. And now he's also stuck. So they're going to get 0 value from their Magneton. Honestly, they might just concede here. Even if they play the Magneton this next turn and then Miraidon, they just get no value. They'll never be able to Magnezone us. They just can't do anything. Good news is it does have at least 1 energy, so they could retreat here. They could put down a Miraidon, retreat, go Magneton, start ramping that way. And then maybe Turo in a few turns. Okay. Energy back there. Oh, but it's over, bro. It's actually cooked. What if I just show him this now? That's toxic, right? Because now you're forced to Toro. Oh, it's over. I literally just checkmated them with this. And we used the Ceruledge that's not even an EX. I feel like we're getting more value from this guy, unironically, than the EX. I'm still not sold that the EX is a good design. It's a promo. It's not supposed to be good, right? Okay. So now this new guy comes in, takes all the energy. If they cape here, I just Cyrus for the win. That's fine too. I think that's what I do. Oh, dude, we're gonna get so much value from this Fighting Sword. It's like Meowscarada, but some would say better. It does require an extra energy. It has less HP, but it does, I believe, 10 more damage. Which in this case, especially in a meta that's running a ton of Miraidons, is pretty darn good. It also has an exact number to counter Oricorio. So, like, I'm not mad at this card. It's a really good card. All right, a lot of you gamblers would say, go TRG, but we're not going to do that here. We aren't going to do that. We're just going to go for the correct win, and my opponent just concedes there. Didn't even let us attack. GG's, man. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going until we get like Ceruledge EX value. But I'm telling you guys, it's like Swampert. I'm going to end up losing energy every single turn. Watch. All right, we're going into a fire matchup, which is actually very interesting because they're going to run Flame Patch, right? They're going to run things like, let me see here. Let me figure this out. Flame Patch. What else is there? Charmeleon Ramp. So if we get a really good TRG, we might be able to lock them out. What the heck, you guys? Is this? I'm going to go for the Pokeball here. Into the Charcadet. That's respectable. I don't think I'm going to play anything just yet. I'm just going to end my turn. I think that's the correct play. So they're running Sleep Core, Mega Camera. What in tarnations? All right, I just need to get lucky. Wait, no, wrong one. Maybe we might top deck a Bannette. Who knows? Maybe I was ahead of my time. Oh, we wake up. I love how we wake up when it doesn't really matter, right? I guess maybe it did. All right, I'm going to put this guy down before we determine where the energy goes. I'm going to go here. I think that makes sense. Sure. I guess I can go there too. And they're going to knock out my Shuppet, unfortunately, but now we're going to get value from Ceruledge. Potentially get value from Ceruledge. What does this guy do? Sheesh. I need to discard an energy here and then also get a really good TRG here. Okay, so we lose this guy. Charcadet comes in and he's about to carry us to the promised land. Watch us draw Bannette right here. Always a turn too late, let me tell you. Okay. No Bannette. I'll go here. I'll go there. That's good. Who discards? Called it. I told you guys. I told you guys. Every time a card says discard a random energy from among the energy attached to all Pokemon, it's always going to be us. I told you guys. You didn't listen. Oh, this is interesting. So, I actually need to just put Pokemon down, right? That's what I need to do. And then I need to Shimmering Slash. Hopefully it discards on their active. No, it's still me. Cool. Still me. They're going to put an energy here. Retreat. Right? And then double. Why is this happening to me, bro? Okay. And then double Flame Patch. Sure. 160. To a random Pokemon, they don't get to choose. That's fine. I just need it to hit one of these two. One of these two. That's it. And we might have a chance, you guys. Okay. Okay. Now, it all comes down to this. Can I get a good TRG here? Okay. One from my opponent. That's fine. Now I need this guy to also reduce from my opponent. I can't 3 turns in a row lose energy, right? You're joking. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? This is literally why I hate Swampert and I might hate Ceruledge EX. Ceruledge 9EX, awesome card. Perfect card. But this guy right here, man, I'm telling you, we'll do one more match, win or lose, just so I'm not super biased. Maybe he'll come in clutch in the next match. But I tell you guys, I did my best building this deck. Hey guys, just want to take a quick break from the video to thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. It means the world to me. But did you know that you can support the channel even more by becoming a member here on the channel for as little as $2.99? Yeah. By becoming a Team Crown Grunt, you're going to get exclusive access to our Discord server and the benefit of knowing that you're forever funding every future Pokemon Pocket video here on the channel. Because in this economy, it's been kind of rough. But beyond that, if you want to support even more, you can become a Team Crown admin and have your name up here in the corner. I had to look to make sure that was the corner I was pointing at. But beyond that, guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support. And even if you can't support monetarily, all the likes, the hypes, the comments are truly appreciated. So thanks again. With that, let's hop right back into the video. Hey, you guys, we're leading Charcadet and we're playing bench Charcadet, apparently. We are going second, so there's that. They're going to sleep us here, which stinks. Yeah, I don't think there's really much I can do. So I think I just have to start feeding this guy in the back, potentially. Serena, so they guarantee that they have the Mega. Really good start for my opponent. I don't even have to really do anything. I guess I can Pokeball here, right? Oh, wait just a gosh darn second. I can just retreat now, right? Go into this guy. Hey, yo, hold up. I'm not putting the Plaza down because then they can just retreat for free. I think this is a pretty solid play here. Okay, they're going to sleep me, and then I take 40 damage. Right? Oh, wait, no, this is still so incredibly good for me. They're cooked. Lasagna. Because we can just evolve into the Bannette. Are we gonna get redemption? Like, I'm okay losing that last match if we can end up one-upping a sleep deck. That'll make everything feel worth it, you know? You know, man. We'll go here. We'll put this guy down. And then I will just get rid of the Iggly. The Iggly, gone. Sensational. Okay. I mean, you have to give me one of the Darkrai's, for sure. All right, we're in such a really good spot here. Especially if we get a lucky TRG going. That'd be sensational. I'm trying to think, right? Like, yeah, the other Iggly is a little scary for me. Okay, that's fine. We can do this, I think. I think the play... Oh my god, now I find this guy? Okay, hold on. This is interesting. I can Nightbind here. Pomfey actually cooks for us. Unironically. They have 0. They have 0 prize points here. Okay, sure. I'm gonna research first. See what we find. There's my TRG. Okay, do I have another basic? I don't think so. I will attach here. I think that makes the most sense. I think we might be okay, you guys. Okay, sure. Go for it. You about to be locked in, buddy. There's the Ceruledge. I'll go here. I'm put this guy down. I'm gonna let him know what we have. What we got cooking up. Okay. Oh, this next one. You know, I think... I'm trying to think the correct line of play here. Might always be go into Ceruledge here next. I have 5 more cards, dude. We'll go here. I guess I can attach the energy there. Like, it doesn't really matter. Who do they... Okay, they do go into the Mega Altaria, you guys. They decide to go for the Mega Altaria. I'm gonna go into this Ceruledge. Just to really see what my options are. Another Swablu is crazy. No, I think I go into the Bannette. Oh man, I'm so conflicted here. No, I think it's the Ceruledge. I think it's the Ceruledge. We have the Cyrus. So all I have to do is the TRG here. Come on, baby. Yes? One more? Okay. So we lock them to 1. Three more cards. I'm gonna Field Blower. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't think it actually matters. But I think it's good for us. And now I'm gonna hit for 140. Okay? Now, even if they knock this guy out, Ceruledge EX might come in and just win the whole thing. That's kind of what we're hoping for here. Either way, I'm gonna go into Bannette. Because Cyrus wins us the game. Outside of them having a Peculiar Plaza. Alright, no more, no more, no more. Tails, 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 tails. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's fine to an extent. As long as they also don't have X speed. Okay, sure. I hate how it always gets to the break point that I can't hit. Sure. 3 cards left in their hand, you guys. I honestly don't know what it could be. Copycats? A Cyrus for them? Cyrus for sure, and then 2 other cards we have no idea what it is. The retreat, I think, is what messed them up here. I think. Because now all we have to do is go into the Bannette. I could be wrong. Right? Let's see. We'll hit this. And then we'll see if we can just lock this guy out. If they Peculiar Plaza, they can retreat. That's why we never played ours. Or if they X speed. And they probably have X speed, right? Because they're playing this. Sabrina. Okay. We might actually win this, you guys. No X speed! Okay, let's not mess this up. We go here, we retreat, we go there. Bannette. We were gonna win with Ceruledge EX, but there you guys have it. The real MVP of this deck is still Bannette with Nightbind for only 1 energy. You can lock out. That's what the card should have done. That's what the card should have been. This is a guaranteed. They can't attach energy to their active. But no, Ceruledge EX is like, hey, maybe they'll lose an energy, but more often than not, if your username is Baby Orca, you're losing the energy. Anyway, guys, there you guys have it. Another promo card checked off, deck list built, and it's still less than mid. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, hype, and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.